So we have 3 cubes here, or 3 planks, and we notice, if we go into our front view, these need to be tilted. Well, if I just rotate them, I have each one selected and I just rotate, they're going to each rotate on their own axis. They do not share a transform. Well, your first thought might be, well, why don't I just combine them? Which I could do. Under Mesh, Combine, and now they are all literally one piece of geometry. But this becomes problematic because they are literally one piece of geometry, and I can't select them individually anymore and make individual changes. So I'll undo that. We're going to do something a little different. First of all, let's rename each one of these to be called, it was called plank 01. Copy that, paste the next one, paste the next one. Maya cannot have an object in its scene named the same thing more than once. So it automatically gave me some new numbers when I pasted the plank 01. I'm going to group these things, and just like we did with the wheel, we're going to do a group node. So we'll just go ahead and group these. We're going to call it plank, we'll call it R for the right side, GRP. And to get this pivot somewhere more useful, we'll just do a modify center pivot. So jump into our front view and let's rotate it down. When you do that, you'll of course notice that these aren't tall enough, because when we were modeling, we were modeling without really taking into consideration that these were at a slant. No problem. We'll just hit R for scale, make sure we're in object, and we'll just scale them up until they fit. Let's look at our right side and see how we're doing there. Okay, I have something off a little bit with these, so we'll just make some adjustments. Let's see. Best way to do it is just take these 2 things and line them up. See how they. Let's hide all those for a second. So my wheels line up. One needs to be taller. What is it? A little bit, just get those arches to be about the same. There we go. That looks pretty good. Shift H to unhide. Make sure that goes right back into the middle. Move my wheel over. And there's my curve there. Okay. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, let's rotate this wheel as well. So very strategically, we've placed the pivot for that group right in the middle so that when we rotate, this wheel will be on the proper axis, ready to spin. And our right plank group looks pretty good. Scale it up a little bit from this angle. Put everything in object mode. Yep. Okay, nice. So that's in position. So let's go ahead and move forward with well, everything is going to be pretty much using the similar modeling tools that we've used. The tricky ones are really going to be when we get to these arches and the lashings. So I'm going to leave it to you to try and solve the the part that runs out here and connects to the horses. There's a couple of pieces of wood supports that come up on the side. These ones that come across the back. We have this large piece and axle, the actual wood axle that comes across the center, and then we have, looks like some steel banding that's going to help connect the cart to that axle, right? Maybe some bolts. You also have like the pin. So a lot of this stuff I think you guys can model, but the ones this is going to introduce some new modeling tools and techniques that I'm really excited to show you or to share with you. Can you tell by the excitement in my voice? It's hard to communicate my excitement when I have a cold, but it really is pretty fun to use, to creatively use Maya's vast amount of modeling tools to get your desired results in a kind of clever but also very efficient way. So let's go ahead and move forward with that.